Cryptocurrency has been in the news lately simply because things have been crashing. When I woke up, I was over the weekend, things were down close to 20, even 30%. So I'm going to share with you exactly what I did moments later after seeing that dip. And I wanted to dive into one of the questions that has kind of been on my mind the past year. Will Ethereum ever catch up to Bitcoin? So stick around, you're not going to want to miss this. So you heard right, this past week, in fact, this past month, things have been all over the place. You know, crypto's going up, crypto's going down, just depends on what coins you're watching. Specifically, I was interested in the Bitcoin drop. And what I did is I bought big simply because about a year ago when I started to get into crypto, I was eyeing Bitcoin right around $15,000, $17,000. And you know what? I thought, hey, let me wait for it to drop like back down to 12 or back down to 10, and then maybe I'll buy in a little bit. And you know what? It never did. I started to watch it creep up week after week, 20,000. I think right around Christmas 2020, it got to 25,000, and I realized this thing wasn't going to stop. So it was around that time that I bought my first large chunk of Bitcoin. And now flash forward a year, I'm starting to see the same sort of patterns happen. Now, I don't have some sort of crystal ball, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. But when I see a big drop, one of the biggest drops maybe of the year, I didn't go all in, but I went big. I finally made that larger purchase, and I'm happy about it. I'm excited about it, and I kind of wanted to share my reasoning with you and then talk a little bit about Ethereum versus Bitcoin. But before we do that, please smash that like button. Let's get these crypto videos out to more people. I think I do some good analysis and kind of keep things like really low key and easy to understand. And I would really appreciate it, so thanks. Now there's a saying in crypto, buy the dip.
Here we go, come on, push it, buy the dip, buy the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, buy the dip, buy the dip.
When things drop 20, 25, 30%, if you've got some cash on the sidelines, if you're holding on to some stable coin, maybe it's a good idea to finally shift those in and buy the dip and then watch it kind of climb back up. So that is exactly what I did this past weekend, and I'm happy with my purchase. But then the wheels started turning, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I really only bought in on Bitcoin. What about some of the other coins that I like, specifically Ethereum? So actually, I wanted to make this video a couple days ago, but I wanted to dive into a little bit of the research, kind of like what are the experts saying? Now, specifically, trying to compare Ethereum to Bitcoin is not really a fair comparison simply because Bitcoin's value is in its restricted supply and it's increasing demand. But the problem is it's so expensive now, many people will never even own one Bitcoin. And around the same time I was telling that story earlier, when I was getting into crypto, I started to hear about Ethereum and some use cases, and man, things have just exploded the past year. At the time I originally heard about it, it was right around like $600-700. And at the time of this recording, it's hovering right around 4,000. Now, looking back, hindsight's 2020. If I was just looking to double, triple my money, Ethereum about a year ago would have been, you know, the safest purchase. And I don't mean safe because it's still risky, but I just mean if I could have got it for 700 and all of a sudden now it's at 4,000, I could have like 5-6x my money. And I'd be sitting on top of the world right now, probably making Ethereum videos nonstop. But sitting here today, if I had to say what's more likely to 10x over the course of, let's just say, the next 5 years, I still think Bitcoin comes out the winner if people are going to continue to use it less as a currency, but more as a store of value. You see, it's very possible for the market cap for Bitcoin to go up to where a coin could cost, let's say, $400,000, $500,000. But if you take a closer look at Ethereum, I really don't see it being worth, let's 10x that, $40,000 to $50,000. Rather, I see it maybe doubling, getting up into that $10,000, $11,000, maybe even $12,000. But again, we might be looking ahead close to 5, even 10 years from now. So if Bitcoin is going to maintain its supremacy, I think it's just going to simply be because of how it was designed, how it is limited in supply, And it has such a head start that you have institutional investors along with retail investors like me and you trying to buy up as much as it can. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the year it was close to, $65,000, $70,000, basically an all-time high. And then at the end of next year, finally break that $100,000 mark. However, I wanted to kind of like keep this on your radar. Ethereum is still poised to grow and explode in some ways. Many people have been waiting for the Ethereum 2.0. It's going to offer more features. Maybe it's going to kind of decrease those gas prices as well. And as a result, I think the price could go up and make it even more usable. But let's just sort of like rein in our expectations there. If it's at, 4,000, 5,000 at the time of this recording, it doubling to 8, 9, 10,000 is going to be awesome for people. They're going to be so happy. But then again, it's not anywhere near that 50, 60,000, 100K mark that we're talking about for Bitcoin. So what are some of the experts saying? I mean, people make these wild predictions. They use these fancy charts, throw them on the screen, highlight this and that. Let's be real. If a few years ago you could afford to buy, let's say, 10, 15, even 20 Bitcoin, you'd be a multi-millionaire right now today. And in the future, that number is likely going to go up. If a few years ago you could buy 10, 15, 20 Ethereum, you've made a good profit, but you're nowhere near a millionaire simply from those purchases. And if you had the money to buy more and you're kind of having those diamond hands and hanging on, then it's a good idea to keep accumulating more. But many people are young to this game, and what I mean by that is they just want to get like one full Ethereum, maybe aim for 5. Eventually, hopefully, maybe someday, dollar cost average in, get 10 Ethereum. But that may be a pipe dream, years in the making. All in all, the reliability of these predictions and these experts is nothing that you want to like stake the house on. If you are paying down your debts in full, on time, if you are, saving for retirement, keeping the lights on, food on the table, then consider that 5, 10% of your net worth in something that you like to have some fun with. And if it's cryptocurrency, then I think Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be a pretty safe bet. All in all, though, I still think Bitcoin is going to come out on top. It's king. My plan is to buy up as much Bitcoin and Ethereum as I can and just tinker with maybe my other like top 5, which I have made videos on. In fact, I'll like leave a link right here to my top 5. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit subscribe right here and ring that notification bell. These crypto videos don't do that great, but I'm trying to get the views up for them. So please, if you like it, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. Also, we are launching a brand new membership group, private Discord. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link down below in the description. All right, as always, I'm Rich, and until next time.